Hello and welcome back to Canada Top to Bottom. In today's short video, we're going to talk about a recent policy that has been announced by IRCC, which affects temporary residents who are currently in Canada working with a valid work permit.
In most cases, for a foreign national to obtain a work permit in Canada, it requires an employer to justify why they are not giving the job to a Canadian permanent resident or citizen. But a spousal open work permit is available for the spouse or common law partner of an international work permit holder in Canada without any need for employer justification. An open work permit allows the holder to work in any occupation for any employer in Canada, and they're great because they don't tie you to one employer.
On January 30th, 2023, IRCC implemented a new policy which now makes it easier for spouses of existing work permit holders to receive an open work permit themselves. Under the previous rules, only spouses of high-skilled workers were eligible for a spousal open work permit, so those whose spouse was working in an occupation classified as Tier 0, 1, 2 or 3. But with this new policy, spouses of foreign workers who are working in low-skilled as well as high-skilled occupations, so classified as NOC Tier 0, 1, 2, 3 or Tier 4 or 5, are now eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit. It's a wonderful new policy, which in our opinion is well justified. It means that spouses and partners can be reunited in Canada regardless of what occupational skill level the foreign national currently holds, and will be welcome news for those who are currently working in Canada in a low-skilled position. For now, the policy is a temporary 2-year measure and is expected to create opportunities for an additional 200,000 spouses and partners to come into Canada on an open work permit.
So, will this policy benefit you and your partner? Here is a rundown of the eligibility requirements. Under the new rules, you may be eligible for a spousal open work permit if you are the spouse, common law partner or dependent child of a current work permit holder in Canada, provided they're currently working in a job in Canada in any skill level, Tier 0 to 5, and hold a valid work permit which is valid in Canada for at least 6 months after the family member's open work permit application is received.
Another thing to note here is that spouses and common law partners of international students in Canada are also eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit, provided the student is studying full-time at a designated learning institution. This is a great way to keep families together and also get your foot in the door towards Canadian permanent residence. You can work full-time while your spouse studies, giving you the opportunity to network, line up employment opportunities, and gain valuable work experience in Canada. All very useful for achieving that coveted permanent residence. You can read more about it using the link in the description box below.
We'll also put a link in the description box below to the details of the new policy on spousal work permits for workers in low-skill positions, and please let us know if this is something you will benefit from. We'd love to hear your story. Remember, as it stands, it's only a temporary policy, so make the most of it over the next 2 years, and we'll see you next time.